Hey investors, my name is Gustavo and this is the channel Building Financial Freedom. So what I'm bringing today here. So finally the big dogs in the stock market are releasing earnings this week. And today I have Microsoft and Google. I want to show you guys what happened. I want to show you the numbers and the kind of weird action that happened in the in the market. And I also want to show you how many shares I have from both of these companies and what's my plans for it. So stick to it. It will be nice, especially to see how weird the market act on it, man. Look at this. Let's go. All right, here first of all, let's go Microsoft. So they beat everywhere. Beat on the cloud service. See, beat on the EPS. Look, was 278, was 293 earnings per share. Good beat productivity. It beat personal computer. Beat LinkedIn 9% over year. Office commercial 15% year. Cloud services 24% year, and Windows, even Windows 9% year. Now I'm gonna go to some numbers here, and I will show you how crazy the market is. See, this is the service for the entire this is the last quarter, right? The last quarter of 2022. So compare this last quarter to the 2022 last quarter, and look at this. We beat pretty much everything is up. The only one that's not a surprise for me, the devices, is about 10%. Microsoft's all about software, right? The devices is the hardware they sell, those Microsoft Surfaces, cell phones, and that kind of stuff. You know, they're 10% down compared to the same quarter, right? Actually, but look at this is the year. I'm so sorry. That's the 3% change. That's for the entire year. But this was also a surprise to me. Look at this: Xbox contents and services. 60% up, man, 60% up. Talk about cloud. See, there's two cloud services here. The service products and clouds in this Azure and other cloud services. 20% and 28%. So we're pretty much up everywhere here in a good amount. And, other than the devices, but they don't care about this, man. They really don't want to sell you devices. They want to sell you services, right? Now look at this. That's the income statement. Look at that. The company made revenue in the last quarter on the 2022, 52 billion. This quarter last year, 62 billion, taking all the expenses out. They took this last quarter last year, $21.8 billion net income compared to the previous year was 16.4 billion. So that's a huge increase compared to the quarter of the previous year. So that was a really great beat right here. Now that's another one I really like to see, because this one, you see how much they have in assets compared to their liabilities. This is the good one here, because you see how much you got in pretty much cash in hands. This first one is really cash in hands right here. And this 63,000 here is pretty much like a short-term investment. They can pretty much turn into cash kind of quick too. So they have $81 billion in pretty much cash in hands. And everything else here is a total of $470 billion in assets. Total liabilities, including short-term and long-term, 233. So what we're talking here, if you get the entire, assets you have and pay off all your liabilities, you still have another 240 billion dollars in the pocket. So all your assets minus all your liabilities, it's like the net worth, it's 270 billion dollars in hand. And what the market did, they were about 410 all day here. As soon as they closed it, they pumped to 416 that's a 5-minute chart. In less than 5 minutes, it was 401. So it was 403 when I took this picture, but let's see live, like right now. This was a 4 o'clock picture. They closed at 408. It was 403. Right now, it's 6 p.m. It's 408. So it's right back to where the closing was. So this, I think it's a little irrational for beat everywhere and you still go down. So right now it's pretty much neutral, 0.0 right now. They're just about to be the same price it was when it closed. So that's good news, because if you beat everywhere and they still keep doing this to you, it's bad. Okay, let me go back here. where we are. Come on, man. There we go. All right, now I'm going to show I have 6 shares of Microsoft. I bought it for 1,866, my cost, average cost. So when closed, it was around this, which right now is about the same because it went down, but it's already back again. So I have 31% in this shares that I have from Microsoft. My plan is to have at least 10 of them. I don't know how long it will take me to buy those 10 because I don't buy full shares. I buy little by little fractions, and depends when some days it go down or something. But my plan is to have 10 shares of Microsoft for short-term goal. All right, let's see. But this is a different situation here. These guys, they didn't do well. See, they beat on the cloud services, they beat on the YouTube ads, but they're missing this operating due to severance charges. So the last 3 months were 1.2 billion. So the whole year was 2.1, but just in the last quarter was 1.2 billion. So there was a lot of, they missed big time in here. The ads too. Look at this. They were expecting 65.8. They did 65.52. They missed for 0.43%, less than half of a percent. But still, it's a miss, and you know how people, they don't care. Google search is up 12% year over year. This operate income, see, they were expecting 23.8 and they did 23.7, so they missed again. So they laid down 8,000 employees in the last year. 8,000 people, they just fired, let them go. And this is a bad one here. Last year margin was 27.4. This year margin 23.9. So that's bad. So they miss in a few things in here. But we're still a very strong company. See this? Let's see here the revenue. See the revenue, they have 57. Look at this. On the last quarter, 2022, 57 billion. On this quarter, 2023, 62 billion, right? So other than all the expenses here, on the last quarter of 2022, they have $13.6 billion in net income. Compared to this last quarter of last year, $20.6 billion. That's a huge, like a 40, man, it's like, I don't even know the percentage here, but that's a huge difference. That's a great net income increase. So the next one, I like this one. That's where it shows how strong the company is. Look, the assets, they have $400 billion in assets, about $110 billion pretty much as a cash or cash equivalent, which you can is a quick money. So all the liabilities they have is 119 billion. So 400 minus 119, you're talking about what? $280 billion as a net worth. All your assets against all your liabilities, leave them with $280 billion. So Google, I think it's a very strong company, as long as compared to this cash in hands, it's huge, man. They can pay everything so easy. But look at this. Was in the 154 all day, closed at 153 all of a sudden on the same first minute, boom, 144. And when I took this picture, it was 4% down. Let's see now, right now, it's 6 o'clock right now. Whereas Google is down here, boom. Wow, 5.5, see 144. 144 per share right now. It's 6:16 p.m. Let's go back there and see what was going on there. Okay, see now it's 144. It's $2 less. So let's see my position here. See, I bought it. I have 26.75 shares of Google. I bought it. My average price 3,643. At the closing was worth 4,094. Right now we are eating 5.5% lower than this right now. So we are on the 7%, 6 and change percent at the moment. So because this amount is right at closing. So tomorrow morning we'll see better what's going to happen. So I do also want to have at least another 5 shares or so of Google. I will buy little by little as it goes. A little drop like this is a good time if you have a little capital. If would be a good time to get a little bit more. That's pretty much what I have in Google. And you know, sometimes the market's a little irrational, like Microsoft beat everywhere and still have a big drop. Right now it's kind of neutral compared to closing. Google, we understand they missed a few and people are kind of scared about Chat GPT coming and we'll steal a lot of their Google searches. So we'll see what happens, but that's pretty much what we got here, guys. And I will, like I always say, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not telling nobody to buy or sell anything. I always show what I do, what I have, and I hope people, you know, can use this at least to start studying or to motivate you to do your own homework and figure out what you want, because investing is a great way for passive income, you know, way to retirement early or later, but it's better than nothing. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new here, consider subscribe, comment, you know, write it down if you have one of those stocks we're looking to buy, what you get. Let's see if we can, you know, create a little community there while we can talk about investment. That's my, you know, that's my goal, is to create a nice community we can talk about investing and, you know, switch strategies and all of that. So yeah, but that's what it is for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. So like I said, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're hitting 100 subscribers, man. That's exciting. All right, so thanks so much. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.